Hello, my name is Sharon Lyons from Sight and Sound Technology, and today I'm going to talk you through the ZoomText magnification software. This software enlarges everything on your PC screen, so enabling it to be much easier to see and to work with. The ZoomText software also comes with the option of speech, which can help take the strain off reading large documents and websites in your work or study. Here we are with the ZoomText magnifier reader software running. So we have a standard Windows desktop with quite a lot on it, which can be quite hard to see without magnification for some users. So if I enable the magnification, here we have a zoom level of 2, and I can adjust it with these arrows using the mouse and go up in different increments. Then I can move around the screen and everything is magnified very, very clearly. You can adjust the different zoom levels, so you can have only certain zoom levels turning up like your favorite zoom levels. Just come back down to 2. And you can also do this with a keyboard shortcut, caps lock up and down, if that's easier. We can also choose how we want the screen to be magnified. I'm going to use another shortcut, caps lock and Z, and I can go through. At the moment it's on full screen, the whole screen is magnified, but if I press caps lock and Z, it gives me an overlay option. So I can see the whole screen and magnification down in the bottom right hand corner. And if I try again, I can have a lens. So I have like a magnifying lens with my mouse. And if I go again, I can have a line, which is good for using spreadsheets. So I could see the whole spreadsheet and move up and down. And there's a few other options there. Different sides of the screen magnified, and we're back to full. So that is the main zoom options in ZoomText. So next we're going to look at the screen enhancements in ZoomText magnifier reader, and we have 4 different things here. We have color, pointer, cursor and focus. Color is the color scheme, so you can change the color scheme to something like invert brightness, and now it switches the brightness, so we now have white on black rather than black on white. And then we can switch that back to normal. We have lots of inbuilt schemes here, yellow on black, blue dye, black and white, and there's custom settings as well, so you can change all the colours and have different saturations. We'll leave it as normal for now as I go through this demo, and we'll move on to pointer. So this is the mouse pointer. So again, we have a good few schemes. I quite like the giant green one. Now my pointer's much easier to see. But again, I can choose one of the schemes. See, there's a yellow with crosshairs as well, if that was easier to find your way around the screen. I'll go back to my giant green, and just to say there is a custom setting, so you can go into the settings and change color, size and various other features to do with using your pointer. So the third one is cursor. Here this is to do with your text editing, making that vertical line between your letters much easier to see. So for example, if I press the Windows key, it takes us down to the search box, and I can type in here Word, and you can see the blue wedges showing me where I am with that text cursor. And finally here we have the focus. So this is just going to give some indication of what we're focused on when we're using the PC. So we have again a load of suggested schemes. So I have red rectangle, or red box I like to call it. So the red box shows me what I'm focused on. So if I go to a icon on the desktop and I move around, the red box is going to move around with me. So that is the screen enhancements. Again, it doesn't have to be red, it can be green, it can be just a horizontal line underneath, whatever you're focused on. We have lots of custom settings that you can change on the screen enhancements. And there are also keyboard shortcuts. So for example, I can change the color doing caps lock C, and we switch to whatever color scheme I chose before. Now we're going to look at the voice, the reader functions in ZoomText Magnifier Reader. And if I switch the voice on,
voice enabled,
and I go to a document that I have in the background, I can then arrow up and down.
What is touch typing?
And it will read the document to me.
Touch typing is typing without using the sense of sight to find the keys. Specifically, a touch typist will know their location through muscle memory, a touched keys.
And we can stop that talking with the control key. But if I go back to my settings,
reader, voice chat,
and I'll just switch off the voice, I can just tap it, or it's actually giving me the keyboard shortcut, so I could do caps lock, alt and enter to switch off the voice. Now the options we have here, we can change the rate. We can also do that with a shortcut, so we can make it a bit slower if we need to listen more carefully. And then we have these different echo settings. So the keyboard echo is basically how much you want ZoomText to say when you're typing. The mouse echo is how much you want ZoomText to speak when you're moving around with your mouse, and then the verbosity gives us different levels of how much ZoomText is going to say. So for example, I switch the voice on,
voice enabled,
and I go to my document. So the keyboard echo I have set at the moment is words. So if I start typing, it's not reading the letters, but when I press space,
hello,
it will read the word that I just typed. You can have keys, and you can have keys and words echoed as you're typing.
ZoomText Magnifier Reader.
And on the mouse, I have here, for example, we have no echo set, but if I set it to instant,
mouse echo set to instant mode. ZoomText Magnifier Reader.
Now everything I point to is going to be read to me.
ZoomText voice. Licensed to Sight and Sound Technology deal through muscle memory, fingers in a horizontal voice.
So that could get very noisy. So we can adjust that to hover instead.
Instant no echo.
So you'd have to hover over something before it would actually read it out to you. If we didn't actually need the voice all the time, we could switch the voice off, and then we can use the reading tools instead. So we can launch different reading tools: app view, text view, and speak it tool, and these will read the whole of an application to you, or the text reader will put it into a wrapped column, and speak it tool, which I'll just show you here now, will let you select something you want to read. So I can basically select some text.
Hello, touch typing is the sense of sight to find the keys. Specifically, a touch typist will know their location through muscle memory.
So it just reads what I highlighted there. And just to quickly show you also the text view. So if I do my shortcut.
Hello, touch typing is typing without using the sense of sight to find the key.
And I can pause and play the top. And it's basically put it all in one long column, so that if that's easier to read, you can change all these colors as you would expect, and it just takes a lot of strain out of reading long documents like this. Finally, we are going to look at the ZoomText keyboard, which is a special keyboard that can be purchased with ZoomText. It's a standard keyboard that plugs into the USB-A port, and as you can see, it's a full keyboard with a number pad. It comes in different colors. This is black on yellow. It also comes in white on black. But the difference is, there are special keys for using ZoomText up at the top. So this is just a normal keyboard, so I can type, this is the keyboard, and I can then use different keys, so I can zoom in and out. I can change colours as well using these particular keys without having to go to the ZoomText interface. It also has a very positive feel when you're typing on it, and it is nice and flat and standard size for working at a desk.